The Love is Blind season finale brought the drama last week. Both couples made it to the altar, but only one said I do. If you're not watching the popular reality show, the couples only know each other for 38 days before the wedding. And for 10 of those, they aren't even allowed to meet in person. Totally normal situation.
Absolutely.
And while most of us won't end up in this type of experiment, the dating timeline is different for everyone. Some couples I know got married just after a few months. Others were together for a few years. Mikey, this begs the question, how long should couples be together before they get married? In a Mikey Minute, can you do it? It starts now.
I can do it. All right. So if you've been around long enough, you've probably heard the adage, you should date at least 4 seasons before tying the knot. But there may be some actual science behind that. Research suggests by waiting at least 1 to 2 years, the likelihood of divorce drops by 20% compared to those who say I do before the 12-month mark. And dating for 3 years lowers the chance of getting a divorce as much as 50%, Kels.
Wow.
So still relationship experts agree there is no one size that fits in all time frame when it comes to marriage. So I headed out to Market Square to see what residents think.
Minimum of 2 years.
Why do you think that is?
It gives you a chance to see the person at their best, their worst, and by then you should know if this is someone that you would like to spend the rest of your life with.
At least 1 year, maybe 2, but definitely for sure at least 1 year.
Why do you think that time frame?
You gotta get to know each other. You need to find out what you like, what you don't like, what your goals are. If you don't take the time to do that, I don't think your marriage will last.
Yeah, very insightful, right?
I agree. I love the 4 seasons.
Yeah, me too. I think I did it in 1 minute.
100% you did. This literally just ran out, and I looked at her. I was like, yes.
All right, so I checked out social media and I asked the same question, and I got some really in-depth responses. So Marianne Freeling, she says, I married my first husband in 1977 when I was only 20 years old. Less than a year after meeting him, we were married 22 years, but I wasn't happy most of those years. I feel so much better the second time around with my current second husband. We took a lot of time to get to know each other and create our own history together before committing to our future together. And she says that she would recommend that.
I love that.
Me too.
That's life experience. You listen to people who have life experience.
Right. It's just that maturity coming through.
100%.
Okay, so Donna says, it's all a crapshoot. My son dated and lived with his wife 7 years before marriage. They only lasted 1 year after the wedding. Some have lasted decades after only being together months. I feel it's like gambling. You just really never know. As great as you think your husband is, or as horrible as you think he is, it could last or not.
It doesn't, and I think it really all depends on if you are willing to be unhappy.
Yeah, that's a good point there. And lastly, Leslie Starr says the older we get, the faster it goes, and our judgment gets better. So I think after age 40, it's okay after 6 months, because it's like you've had that, like you said, that life experience. You know what you want.
The maturity, yes, and you will stand for nothing less.
Oh, absolutely not.
And
that's how I feel.
And I love that. Nothing. You know what you deserve. I think that it's most important to remember that, again, this is different for everyone, but 4 seasons guarantees you that you have gone through enough life that you know how they are around the holidays.
Yeah.
You've met their family, which is important. You know how they are in stressful situations, because no one's lived a life through a year without a stressful situation or 2.
That's right. It's one thing, especially when you move in together and you start living with that person, and you wake up one day and you look over and you're like, wait, who are you? What did you just do?
You're on this lease?
Yeah. How do you? And so so that brings up a point. I believe in living together too beforehand,
100%.
you know. So
I know I'm
ruffling
touchy.
some feathers right now, but
It's touchy, but we did too.
Yeah.